Hi guys, welcome to topic 10, lesson 4. Okay, now we look at other problem solving techniques. Now we have the Delphi technique. Now the Delphi technique helps to find out how people feel with the aim of reaching a common ground. People are selected and their opinions are canvassed through questionnaires. Okay, so they fill in questions. Now from their responses, a second questionnaire is made and sent out for rating. Now we can use between 2 and 5 questionnaires. One thing to remember about the Delphi technique, it is a huge administrative burden. Okay, it can take long. You need to go through each and every question. Then we have the force field analysis. Now this is where we look for forces for and forces against a decision. And it is listed in a table. Then for each decision or for each pro and con, it is then weighed, or it gets a mark out of 10. Now the force with the highest value is then the decision that is taken. For example, here we have a decision to should the school's emblem change. Now if we look at the forces for, new is always better. Then you give it a ranking out of 10. Okay, new is always better. How important it is? Nah, it's not that important. Let's give it 5 marks. Then if we look at forces against, all uniforms will have to change. Okay, now this can be very expensive for everyone. So how strong do you feel about that? You give it an 8, for example. Then you calculate each side. For example, forces for is a total of 19. Forces against has a total of 24. Okay, highest ranking one is forces against. So therefore your decision is to not change the school emblem. Okay, now we look at the empty chair technique. It is literally what it says. You place a chair in the middle of a room, imagining that someone is sitting there. Now you talk to that chair. You bounce your ideas off. You imagine there's a person sitting there and you simply talk. You talk to a chair so that you can hear your own ideas. Sometimes when you hear your own ideas, it helps you to visualize it better. Okay, then we have the nominal group technique. This is where they use cards to say anonymous. Okay, so if we are in class and I give out pieces of paper and I say, okay, we have raised money and what would you like to do with that money? Let's say we want to buy food with it, and I tell you, okay, now you need to tell me what type of food. If all of you write it on a piece of card, you fold it, we put it in a hat. I have no idea who you are, I simply have the ideas. Now this is how the nominal group technique works. The participants write down their ideas on cards. The cards are collected and redistributed, so it's given out to everyone else again. Now all ideas are read out and discussed to make a decision. Because it's not your own idea, people cannot judge it. Okay, now we look at Indigenous knowledge and problem solving. Now, Indigenous knowledge refers to knowledge, practices, and skills that were developed by Indigenous people to improve their quality of life. So basically, it's the old way of doing things, like our ancestors did things. Now, traditional systems can still help businesses to solve problems today. If we look at examples, we have herbal cures, such as using garlic for inflammation. Okay, we can still use it today. Then we have measuring systems such as sundials. We don't see sundials that much, but you can still measure the time of the day with a sundial. Then communication, making use of smoke signals. And then I am sure there's a lot of people still making use of stockpiles to save money. Now if we look at non-conventional thinking. Problems come in different shapes and sizes. To find a solution can be very difficult as each problem has its own set of circumstances. Solutions need to be creative and suited uniquely for each problem. Okay, so each problem cannot be solved exactly the same way. It is thus necessary to think differently than how it is done traditionally. So non-conventional means to think differently, not traditionally. Other methods of thinking include non-traditional, the new way, contrarian, going against popular belief from the opposite point of view. Then we have lateral thinking, thinking from a different point of view. In other words, stepping back, seeing the bigger picture, and then making your decision. Okay, now simple rules for using non-conventional thinking. Be prepared to change. All beliefs and methods will only apply in a particular set of circumstances, but it will not solve all problems. Think differently. You will not die. It is good. Modern managers face challenges that require creative and imaginative solutions, which require a different approach. The end is most important. In other words, it doesn't matter how you solve the problem. If at the end you solve it and you do not have any idea how you did it, it's okay because the end has the result. When circumstances change, old methods can hold you back. For example, many years ago, we did not have Google. So if we wanted to know something, you had to ask people around you, or you had to go find a library and go search in an encyclopedia. If you had to do that today, will it hold you back? Yes, it will. You can now simply Google something if you don't know it, and it's much faster. So you need to remember that. Okay, I hope you understood it. If not, send me a message. Please do activity 6 on page 152 for me.